The year is 1545. Our country has been ripped apart by civil war for the last time. The Ashikaga are failing, and like sharks to blood, my rivals are making their moves to control the Shogunate. I will not allow this. I cannot allow this. Recently we came into contact with the Nanban, or Europeans I believe they call themselves. They brought great weapons of smoke that kill without honor or skill. Matchlocks. A true blessing. For now we can train armies armed with yari, bow, and musket in the quarter of a time of a traditional force. But they have also enlightened me. They've exposed my clan to their faith, Christianity, and their one God, the true God. The old ways are behind us. If we are to establish ourselves, we must move forward. I have made sure this faith is spread to my clan. Now, with all of us unified, we can act. Our non-believing neighbors, the Shoni and the Ouchi, who were foolish enough to declare war on us, will die. I will lead my people to the capital. I will kill any pathetic heathen that calls himself Shogun, and rather than establishing my own, I will establish the Lord's Shogunate. Calm down, Yoshihige. You'll have your chance to fight in this war. But right now you are too young, and my only son. My world would fall apart if I lost you. Do not worry for your safety here. The province will be well guarded, and soon enough, you will become the garrison commander when you come of age. When I return home, I will have you join me in our campaign against the Ouchi. I look forward to seeing the man you will have become by then. Be sure to take care of your mother while I'm gone. I love the both of you very much. I'll see you again when the Shoni bastards are all dead. Hello and welcome everybody to the first episode of The Lord's Shogunate. The narrative campaign where we shall be leading the Otomo Clan to victory as they try to establish the first Christian Shogunate. So things are kicking off right now. We have Otomo Yoshiaki and his trusted general, by the which I don't quite remember the name right now. Kobayakawa Chikaharu or something like that. Yeah, that's actually what it is, I'm pretty sure. You can see what the army is. It's 2 units of Bow Ashigaru, 4 units of Yari Ashigaru, a unit of Otomo Matchlocks, and a unit of light cavalry, of course, with the 2 generals. So we're going to go up this hill. That's where the enemy are going. Of course, so we're going to start marching up here now. I kind of ran my generals ahead. That's just because they're a little bit faster than the rest of the army, of course. I didn't really mean to do that on purpose, but yeah, that's just how it worked out. So our archers are almost going to be into firing range with the enemy. And of course that means the enemy archers are soon going to be in firing range, which isn't great. I believe, yep, I've told my archers to engage there, so that's what we're doing. We're going to get ready to fire. There you go. There go the first shots of the battle. Only a couple of them actually scoring hits and killing people, but oh well. We also start moving up our infantry. Of course, they're going to start taking some serious casualties as they march up here. This unit has completely ignored my archers and is going solely for this infantry unit, which isn't great. So I decide very shortly to start moving my cavalry up. They are just chilling right now, it seems. But yeah, I start moving my infantry. This unit's going to go to these guys. This one's going to flank around a bit. And then for these guys, he's charging in here, and these guys are going up there. I've also run up my matchlocks. As you can see, my Otomo Matchlock Ashigaru. They've started taking shots over there, but now they are taking fire from the enemy archers. The enemy archers have actually switched their attention. But we get a charge in here. Here we go. And now these guys go ahead and charge in as well. Not before getting into Yari Wall, though. So here come my cavalry. These guys start wavering instantly, so I have to actually run up my generals very quickly. I didn't notice until they almost routed, and I'm pretty sure this unit does end up routing, which is very, very bad. But my light cavalry are just completely able to wreck these Bow Ashigaru. They basically just let me charge right in. They didn't move their generals or anything.
And there you can see that unit shatters, sadly. These guys started wavering as well, but I think because of my general, they managed to stay in this fight. You can see that although they're overpowering us in the middle, I start killing them on the 2 flanks. So then these guys start worrying, and then we end up closing that up pretty well. My light cavalry are actually losing a lot of men to these bow ashigaru. I should have been paying more attention. I should have pulled them out of there and then recharged, but that's no big deal. I charged my general in. Actually, both of them charged in. One over here, one right here. This causes the center to mass rout, and then the flanks rout, and then it's just the enemy general left, and we quickly put him to the sword.
My men are weak. After witnessing how fast they lost their spirit during the battle and how many times I had to bring myself to the front lines, something needs to be done. I know my clan hasn't been to war in decades, but if we are to carry out the Lord's will, this will not do. So after that lovely victory against the Shoni, this is the position that we've been left in. Yoshiaki's army is right outside Tsukushi, and we are actually able to, or unable rather, to attack it this turn. So I just go ahead and check out what I can do. I'm showing you, I'm building some markets, got stables set up. That's how we got the light cavalry, of course. I just got a spy down in Bungo. We have the ships blocking the strait between Buzen and Suo. Got my ninja. I think I already said that. Built a sake den, of course. And yeah, we're recruiting some imported matchlocks to take care of that province. So now we are ready to take Tsukushi. Yoshiaki moves in. It's an easy enough fight. I just auto-resolve it. We only lose 30 men. No problem. And while conquering that province, Yoshiaki actually ranks up, which is excellent. Now, I attempt to go down to Higo to incite a revolt, and sadly it fails. But our missionary actually levels up as well, which is excellent. That will increase his skills of converting and inciting revolts and such, and that is excellent. So now I just go ahead and recruit a couple more ships. We move out my spy. He can't really do anything this turn as his percentage is much too low. So I start the march for him to go up to Tsukushi to meet up with Yoshiaki's force. So I use my missionary to incite a revolt, and it's actually successful for once. I'm trying to keep the Sagara weak so that they do not rise up against me, which is a very, very real possibility. My ninja, there we go, can't really do anything, so I send him to Tsukushi just to set up a spy network. We also then build a chapel to spread Christianity, of course, to these lands. And noticing that we have very fertile soil, I get a better farm. Now Tsukushi, what? That's not the town. Yoshiaki takes a few men from Tsukushi, and he leads an assault on Hizen. Now, I thought that this was going to be a very easy, an easier battle, so I decided I was going to fight it and I was going to auto-resolve it rather, but I decided against that. I'm just going to wait for them to come to me. Although next turn is going to be winter, it should be alright. So I don't have any more money to really build or recruit anything, so we carry on. So being patient pays off as the Shoni are forced to come out against us. This should be a simple enough battle, although the chances of winning are too low, so I do decide to fight it out on the field. We'll just be fighting the 2 generals, basically. So, yeah, let's get right to it. You Otomo dogs! You should have just learned your place generations ago. We will always be better than you, in this life or the next. I will avenge my father and brother. I will kill you here, Otomo Yoshiaki, then wipe your entire family out. So the Shoni think they are brave enough to come and sally out towards us. We shall test them with that. Oh. So I just go ahead and start moving up my men. As you can see, there's 3 Yari Ashigaru, Bow Ashigaru, and 1 general, 1 light cavalry. My plan really is just to catch all the enemy units on my Yari Ashigaru while the bows shoot and the cavalry charge, of course. And the plan works quite well. The enemy is quite happy to oblige with their 2 general units, and these pathetic samurai retainers, how dare they think that they're special for having the Shoni name. The scumbags. But yeah, the enemy is quite happy to oblige and just march right
right up to me. I start moving my men forward just so this engagement goes a little bit quicker. And yeah, we move up the Yari Ashigaru. Even their generals. I mean, their generals were stupid enough to charge into my Yari Ashigaru, which I was quite happy about. But of course, if they didn't do that, if they were actually smart and tried to flank around and stuff, this could have been a completely different engagement. Although I believe just with the numbers alone, I would have won this. So in a couple of moments, my bow Ashigaru start firing. There you go. They're getting ready. Here goes the first volley. You can see the enemy generals are spreading out. They don't really do anything though. They just continue to walk right into my guys. These guys were a bit more sneaky though. I tried to charge into these guys, but they were like, oh, and right at the last second, they moved out of the way. So I just chased them with my light cavalry, and we catch them eventually. So then these samurai retainers charge in over here. So I decide, well, these guys aren't doing anything. Let's get them going. Go, go, go. So they charge into these guys. I start switching my fire to the enemy general that just ran over there. So that obviously, you know, we can kill some of them. They're just sitting there. But because I moved my general, he decides to move his. So they engage. But of course, my general's unit was at 19. Theirs was at 10. It's not going to go very well for them. So this general's unit over here is getting mulched. They only have 6 men left. They are fighting Yari Ashigaru and light cavalry, so of course they break. The other enemy general has broken, and the samurai retainers have broken over here. So that's a 1 battle against the Shoni. So just like that, the Shoni have been wiped out. You can see we didn't lose that many men. Of course, we killed all of them. I made sure to chase them all down and slaughter them. And we reinstate a new family as the head of the Shoni clan. Obviously, now their domains belong to basically a new family, although they will adopt the Shoni name. So I set up their lands as a vassal rather than conquering them, as I believe that would be the smarter thing to do, so they can help me further in my wars in the future. So we completed a mission there, you saw, that was to build a chapel. That gave us a little bit of extra conversion for faith. And now we're given a mission to build a non-bond quarter. And of course, as soon as I get money for that, we certainly will. I'm moving my forces together with Yoshiaki so that we can line up against the Sagara, because of course they will be our next target. We cannot allow them to build up their forces strong enough to take us on. And we can't really leave Kyushu to attack the Ouchi until they and the Shimazu are dealt with. So our next order of business, of course, was making more ships, and of course, getting more forces for Yoshiaki's army. I went ahead and recruited some Yari Ashigaru from Buzen and Tsukushi, put up the taxes a little bit, and we were good to go. So then I moved Yoshiaki, rather, to that bridge connecting our lands. I also sent him another unit of archers and Yari cavalry, or not Yari cavalry, light cavalry, that is. Just to bolster his force. So in the winter of 1547, I actually get this little notification thing with the Gaijin trouble. People are upset about the non-bond in their trade. So basically I have the choice of very expensive matchlocks and reduced growth from the port, or I can have -4 public order in Bungo. And Bungo has a lot of positive public order due to the garrison I have there. So I do decide to ignore the issue and let the non-bond trade, as that is what's giving us most of our power. Later in that same term, of course, I tried to do a revolt, and yes, it actually works, but the Sagara have a huge force in that settlement, so it doesn't really affect them that much, but my missionary increased in rank off it, so that is always nice. So finally, our son Yoshihige comes of age. We have been waiting for this since the beginning. And yes, and we also have enough money to build the non-bond quarter, so very good. We will be able to recruit lots of strong units now, including the Portuguese terços, and non-bond trade ships, I believe is what they're called. They're some sort of trade ships. They have cannons, though. We also get a notification saying the Mori have been destroyed, and earlier on the Oda, in fact, have been destroyed as well, so that's a bit strange. The Oda are usually very powerful in the campaigns of this game. Also in the same turn, I got a notification saying a son was born. Look at that. So now we have Yoshihige and Sadashige. Very good. Multiple sons are excellent, although it will be a long time before he is battle ready. It will help us out in the long run quite a bit. So you can see there my ally was taken out by the Shimazu, which is quite upsetting. You just seen the Sagara crushing the rebellion I just started. But the Shimazu killing our ally is going to cause us quite a bit of trouble. And because of my help towards the Gaijin, they've actually increased my stats even further. Or, well, not even further, but they've increased the stats of my non-ban trade, which is excellent. So I see that they have a huge army here, so I try to just keep doing revolts just to keep them busy. But eventually it starts to fail, and they actually get time to just constantly build up their armies. You can see here that my ninja ranked up, so I'm going to put some points into assassination, train him to become an assassin, and I send him out to attack one of the generals that are there. And we are actually successful in the form of wounding him. We didn't kill him, but we wounded him. That's good enough in my eyes. So I decided to send more troops down to Yoshiaki, as it seems now that the Ito are gone, the Shimazu are probably going to target me, and the Shimazu are friends with the Sagara, so I need to get on top of the game, and I need to build an army to face them, because they have a huge force. Look at that. It would easily overpower anything that I have right now, so we need to quickly get to work stopping that. So as the turn ends, the Shimazu declare war on me. What a shame. It's going to be a hard fight against them. The Sagara do not join them, which brought me great joy. But of course, when it's their turn, they go ahead and join the war anyway, which was kind of foolish. I don't know why they would have declined the offer to join the war and then just declare war anyway. Maybe just to get my hopes up and then crush them. That's what they tried to do. They tried to hurt my morale. So in a frantic attempt to try to defend Bungo, I tried to recruit a couple more units of Yari Ashigaru, but it doesn't really work out as the Shimazu attack Bungo. So we are going to end the episode off on this. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and a comment as always, and tell me how much you enjoyed this first episode of the narrative. Will Yoshiaki prove to his father that he is a worthy commander by saving Bungo from the Shimazu hordes? Who knows? You'll have to find out in the next episode of the Lord's Shogunate. Goodbye.
It was a total failure for the Shoni clan. In less than a year, their armies were scattered and their ruling family massacred. The Otomo, being as resourceful as they are, established another wealthy family in their place, continuing the legacy of the clan. The Otomo victory was short-lived, however. Messengers arrived telling Otomo Yoshiaki that his home of Bungo was under siege. The Shimazu had marched to the borders while he was away and attacked without warning. To add to it, Yoshiaki is unable to go home to help his family, as he faces a huge Sagara army to his west that are blocking him from reaching Bungo in time. The war with the Shoni was just a small stepping stone on the long path to establishing the Lord as ruler of Japan, one that Yoshiaki planned to traverse personally.